Hi guys, welcome to Marlinwatch. Just a few pointers on the Mark II. For those who don't know too much about watches, this is obviously an automatic watch. You don't need to use a battery. It has no battery, works on movement. You can wind it as well. So this is the screw down crown. Some people who haven't come across screw down crowns before, this is a safety device for water getting into the watch, and then obviously when that does, that's not great news and it can get a bit misted up. So there's a valve in there, so make sure you can just push that in and screw it tight. Not ridiculously tight, but it won't go any more. And also this, I don't know, a bit tight now. So this obviously is used for changing the time, like so. And it's got a few, so if you push it in and then pull it out slightly, you can then change the date like that, going anti-clockwise. Won't go the other way, it won't work, as you can see. And then if you push it out, let me just fix that date. There you go. If you just push it one more in, which is the first one, you can manually wind it just by going. You can feel the resistance clockwise, anti-clockwise. There's no resistance. And sometimes, like all watches, because they're handmade, put together handmade anyway, obviously machine tooled. This may be slightly out of line with the movement which is in there. So sometimes you just need to push it up towards the 12 o'clock if you're laying it flat, and so sometimes it can be slightly out of kilter. So if you push it this way while you turn, it can then get into the correct position. And there's three positions there, isn't there? There's the outer one, which is moving the time, and then if you just push it in and pull it out as fraction, you get the date, and then push it right to the first point. And you might need to push it, put a bit of pressure while you're turning it to get it to that position, but once you're there, you can then just wind it and do the a bit more power on the time. So as you can see, that's working fine, and then I'll just screw that back. There we go. And also another point to mention on this watch, which not every watch has, and it is a bit of a fiddle to change the strap. You've got to change the strap to a leather strap. It's a bit of a fiddle to get your tools in there. This has got what's called a fast release. So those two pins, all you need to do is just squeeze them together, and I just get my nails in there and make sure I can get my nails to hold it. So it's so easy there. As you can see, my nails are just gripping that. So that's how you do that. Let's see if we can just pop that back in. He says, slightly out of focus now. Can't see through a camera lens. It is easy, trust me. When you're doing it through a camera, it's tricky. So it's just, once you grab them, push them in. Oops. So yeah, there we go, all back in. And then that can happen. So you just need to push them in a bit more and push that down. There we go, you can just feel it click in. And then you've got the diver's extension. That is quite handy if you want to change clothing, or on a hot summer's day, which is probably more likely, perhaps around a golf or exercising, your wrist swells up a little bit, and then you can just pull that out while it's on your wrist basically. I play a lot of golf, so I'd quite commonly just release the pressure, especially if it's a sticky day. So yeah, that's what that's for. Obviously it's a great release. It's a lovely milled clasp there. Okay, so there's just a few tips tips and tricks there for this watch. Thanks for watching. Okay, also when changing the links or removing removing links out of this watch, it comes with a tool. Now in this tool here, you've got a top section which holds various different styles of tools, as you can see, and there should be an additional flathead. So an additional flathead which you can use in conjunction with this. Obviously it's going to be handheld unless you've got another tool set. If you bought a couple of watches from me, then you've probably got 2 of these which you can use. So using both, now one end's going to be the, as it called, the nuts. And you don't know necessarily, unless you're really clued up, which end is which. So if you go to unscrew, so you've got to make sure that both ends are fixed. So I can feel that flat head is fixed in there. I can feel that's fixed in there. So perhaps just put pressure on that one, and then just undo this one. By undoing this one, either the nut will fall out, which it has. So you know that's the nut side, and therefore the other end is the thread. Now, if it was the other way round and you were doing the other side, you might think, oh, well, that just keeps on turning. Well, it will keep on turning because all you're looking at is the thread. You're not looking at where the nut is, and the nut may be loose the other end and may fall out, or it may not fall out because you're just focusing on this end. So once you've done that, so don't think it's not going to come out. Once you've done that, it's easy to use this little tool here, like a little poker, and just poke that out. So you can see there, that just pokes out. Now I won't take it out, I want to put it back in because it's sized up for my wrist, but that's the easiest way to do it. You can take out several links, 4 links, 3 links. I'm a 3-linker removal myself, 7¼ inch wrist. So yeah, just another little tip there to help you remove some links. All right, thank you.